Hey everybody, and welcome back to Behind the Score Sports. 30 teams in 30 days. We're almost there. We're finishing out the final week before the beginning of the baseball season. It's coming up fast. It's in 4 days on the 1st of April. Just to let you know, on April 1st, I'm going to be having a live on my Facebook page at Behind the Score Sports. You want to put that in the search bar on Facebook, it'll pop up my page. I also have a group that's for fans to be able to post their own content on if you'd like to add yourself to that as well. And then at 7 p.m. that day, I'm going to be doing a live on YouTube and to draw some more eyes to the YouTube page for this. I'm trying to build a very great sports community that involves the fans. I think the fans are a lot that gets left out while talking about the game and different stuff going on. So hopefully I can engage more people and we can make this a very fun experience for everybody. So today we're going to be talking about none other than the Boston Red Sox. Um, jump into the 2021 lineup predictions. Raphael Divers leading it off. This guy is a left-handed batter, 299 with 331 on base for his career. The guy hits well, gets on base, has some speed, does it very well defensively. Devers is a big star coming up in Boston. I definitely see him as being the face of the team, possibly here going forward. So kudos to him. Xander Bogaerts hitting behind Devers. Bogart's shortstop bats right, 284 with 347. Has very great numbers. Another guy that does well defensively, has a great game. Definitely can have some speed on the base pass as well. So this is a team that's going to jump on you and be taking those bases early. Next will be Michael Chavez. He bats right, 273 with a 342 on base. This guy has some power. He's definitely shown that. I don't think he was at his full potential there last year. I had him as part of one of my fantasy draft pools. So definitely be great to see how well he comes in this season. But he definitely has some power and will complement the top of the lineup. Next, we have Alex Verdugo. Verdugo is center fielder, bats left, 284 with a 323. And again, I'm splitting up righties and lefties as I've talked about in a lot of the other teams that I've done. But this is a guy that hits well, gets on base too, so definitely will complement there at the middle of the lineup. Next would be the big man, J.D. Martinez. Chose not to opt out of his contract, so he'll be remaining in Boston. That's right, 258 with a 313. His numbers definitely don't show the potential that this guy has. He has some power. He does very well. He's kind of struggled there last season and even a part of the season before. But look for him to have a big season this year. There's not as much hype around his team, but that could also work well in their favor as that doesn't put the big pressure as it does on teams that have to make the playoffs or to bust. So definitely without the pressure, this could be a team that steals some key wins from other teams. Next would be Enrique Hernandez. Kiki coming over from the Dodgers. He is batting .263 with a .337 on base. Be playing second. He's definitely a middle of the order guy to the bottom of the order, but definitely be great to see him out there on the field. Um, Frankie Cordero batting seventh, right field. Left hand bat, .252 with a .350. Average a bit down, but doesn't do so bad at getting on base. Definitely great to see what he has in store for the team. Hunter Renfroe batting eighth. Hunter is bats right, .237 out of .288. Definitely with those numbers, show why he's near the bottom of the lineup. But be interesting to see how well he does there on left field, taking over for Andrew Benintendi. It went to the Royals. And then one other name you might notice is missing from this. He went to Milwaukee. It would be the center fielder. Alex Verdugo is taking over that spot, but Jackie Bradley Jr. Deciding to go elsewhere. I'm not sure what happened. There was lots of talks that Boston was in the running, but he ultimately went and took a contract in Milwaukee and looking for that ring with that team. That team is very stacked this season, so kudos to him and hope he does well over there. Christian Vasquez, catcher number 9, bats right, .239 with a .283. Does have his flashes of being a good catcher, but being on an all-star level, that'll remain to be seen, but definitely look forward to see what he does this season. He took over the starter role there last year and didn't do too bad there, so hopefully he can have a good season. Looking into the pitching rotation now, leading out would be Eduardo Rodriguez. Of course, under most circumstances, that would have been Chris Sale. But as we all know, Chris Sale was out, looking to make his comeback as quickly as possible. But going into the season, he will not be available. So Eduardo will get the ace spot there. Nathan Eovaldi behind him definitely isn't second to anybody. He's done very well on this team when in his starter role. Had some problems there a couple seasons ago, but he looks to be okay now. Garrett Richards behind him. Martin Perez in fourth. And Nick Pivetta in fifth. We'll look at other storylines around the Boston Red Sox this season. This is a great young team, but will not compete in 2021. This is going to basically be a write-off year. They don't look to make the playoffs. Definitely their pitching rotation will not stack up to other teams. But they definitely do have the pieces in place in their lineup to do well. That's definitely coming together and forming a younger team. This team will be competing very shortly, but as of this season, until Chris Sale comes back, I don't think there's really much looking to the future as of right now. Chris Sale will not be back as a starter, in my opinion. It's looking like it would be July or August anyways, before he's evaluated. Being in the lost season, coming back in July or August, he might get a start or two, maybe at the end of the season. But this could also turn into a possibility of just writing off the season and make sure he gets back to being healthy, giving him time he needs, and be ready for the next season. The pitching rotation is going to be shaky. As I said, they don't stack up very well when you look at other teams around the league, so that'll be one thing that hampers them this season. But like I said, there isn't much of a enthusiasm for where this team's going this season, so that's not a very big thing for them. It's more getting this team gelling together and getting people feeling comfortable in their positions and getting those bats going. Michael Chavez will move from first to second for the season. This definitely could be something that moves around. There's definitely some versatility, especially with a young team, to get looks at different players. So moving guys from one position to another could definitely be a possibility. Players to watch: Tristan Casas, first base number 1. Jeter Downs, shortstop / second baseman number 2. Bobby Dahlbeck, third baseman and first base number 3. Now this is a big one that's going to come back in a big way. If anybody's been following along, Dahlbeck actually hit his he was up to quite a few home runs there on Thursday night, or Thursday afternoon. He had hit his 7th. So he's definitely coming with a big power in a big way. Definitely could end up cracking this lineup in some capacity somewhere. But that remains to be seen what happens. But I definitely see this guy being a big person, possibly even at the bottom of the lineup, moving into where Hunter Renfroe is maybe in the lineup near the bottom. But this guy hitting the way that he is now could definitely see himself in the middle of the order within either next season or definitely the season after. Hits like he is now, he could even move up into the middle of the order in this season. So this is a guy coming out, he's proving himself, having a big way with spring training, and hopefully he can keep his bat going. The Red Sox will be very impressed with that. Jarren Duran, outfielder number 4. And Brian Mata, right-handed pitcher number 5. So that closes out another episode of 30 teams in 30 days here on Behind the Score. This is Sunday. The opening day will be Thursday. Looking forward in a big way. Like I said, I'm getting very excited. I'm already in spring get-up here. We've had some 20-degree weather outside here in Ontario, but in a big way. Not only excited for the season, but excited with you guys. Keep this going, bringing you more content, expanding the content on here. It will come. It's going to take some time, but definitely excited about that, and looking forward to doing the best I can to bring you the best content out there. So thank you for watching, and just remember, it's not always what happens in the game. There's a lot that's behind the score. Thanks, and have a great day.